the quality of education and the duration of the program is neck to neck. So there's no reason why there should be discrimination. Well, another thing is some polytechnics now award degrees. They award technical degrees, big tech. So I think the government is trying to encourage more schools, trying to enable more schools to award degrees. And so degree, whether it's technical or it's academic, is equal. So that we tend to break this discrimination. And if you attend a polytechnic and you have a degree, there's no barrier when you work. So there's no discrimination. So you run neck to neck with a degree holder in terms of career opportunities. And if you say there's no more technical education, yeah, what you want to have is universities, no more polytechnics, then of course the development that we are asking for we will not get. We attended a program recently in Abuja, a retreat, and we're shocked to find that some advanced countries are actually converting their universities to polytechnics. Yeah, because what counts in the world today is what you can do. It's your skill that you can deploy. It's not certificate. So it's a shift from it's a shift from certification to skill. So the reverse is the case in advanced countries. They are asking for more polytechnics and less universities. So we cannot be asking that we scrap polytechnic education and settle for university education. So who will give us these keys? Yes.
Thank you very much. Yesterday, the governor won the judiciary against the erosion of public trust.
Yes.
And we are former attorney.
Yes.
And when you look at what is happening in Rivers State and some other states, do you think the judiciary is doing well in Nigeria?
Well, the governor is apt in his admonition to the judiciary. Well, I cannot say that the judiciary is not doing well. The judiciary is doing well. But the point made by the governor is apt. If cases are decided on the merits speedily, but not based on pecuniary considerations, and the people know that that's what they get when they go to the courts, then of course people will now have confidence in the judiciary. But now, because of issues, people raise concerns, issues of corruption and favoritism, mostly in political cases, is the reason for the erosion of confidence in the judiciary. And it is true, if we lose total confidence in the judiciary, what would be the alternative? It will be jungle justice, try to say people will take the law into their hands.
Yes.
So we cannot have a society where people will now do whatever they can do to either settle their civil differences or where they are criminal, where they are wrong, you know. So I think it is for the good of all. Even there are some cases, there are some reported cases of people even wanting to attack judicial officers. So it's for the good of us all that judiciary should sit up and there should be discipline, there should be no corruption. You see the symbol of justice, you see the woman is blindfolded with a scale on one hand and the sword on the other hand. Justice is blind.
Yes.
That is to say, justice does not consider anything other than the merits of the case. So when the scale we determine where justice should decide, but not based on pecuniary considerations such as monetary gratifications, personal relationship, and political considerations. Yes.
So, thank you very much. Let's come down a little to politics. Delta State has been a PDP state for years, but recently we embraced the APC. I don't want to say defection, but we embraced the APC. Do you think it's a blessing to the state?
Well, there's no argument that it's a blessing to the state, but the way I look at it, Delta State has always been a PDP state, and it remains a PDP state tomorrow. It is just the same PDP that is now named APC. That's my own understanding. It's the same PDP that is now named APC. So it's a matter of change of name. And if you look at it, all the notable politicians, members of APC, have been members of PDP at one time or the other. So some people left the PDP to go and form APCs, leaving others behind the PDP. Now those who left before and those who did not leave are not going to work together. This time in the name of APC. So it is still the PDP. And the blessing, the major blessing is that we have now kicked into national politics. So where resources are now shared at the federal level. Delta State will get its equal share. It's not a matter of we are here and the federal government is there, different parties, and when things are done, we are not duly considered because we are seen as an opposition. So we are now in the mainstream of national politics. So it is beneficial. Yes.
The local government have always been in their position. Now it's like the language is used with everybody now embracing APC. Do you think the situation will change?
Well, that's a very tricky one. That's a very tricky one. I think it's a matter of the mobilization of political interests in Udu by the APC. The problem has always been the leadership of the party in Udu. So the party needs to address the leadership question in Udu. Because a bad leader in the PDP will not become a good leader because he's not in APC. So the party in Asaba, and I've always maintained that, need to understand the Udu situation and give it the right political medication. It should not be taken for granted that we are now all APC. So as such, victory in Udu is guaranteed. That's not the case at all. Once the leadership can change tactics in Udu, and every political factor is carried along, I'm sure APC will readily win in Udu this time. APC will readily win in Udu this time. There was never a time PDP lost election in Udu because opposition was stronger in Udu. No. At the end of the day, it is the party that works against itself that leads to loss of election in Udu. But we are just hoping that this time APC, which no doubt is the strongest party in Udu today, can harvest its strength in the next election so as to win. Otherwise, the opposition that is always less potent will be taking advantage of the failure of leadership to snatch victory from us. The issues are clear. Now we are preparing for congresses. Will people who are not in touch with the voters in Udu, the people who do not have credibility in Udu, will they run away with the party structure during the congresses? Because if they ran away with the party structure during the congresses, then they are setting stage for the party to lose. The second one is that, are they going to have run away with the party structure, impose unpopular candidates on the voters if you do? If they do that, again they'll be setting the stage for the party to lose in the do. So once the people are allowed to participate in the congresses, even if you have consensus arrangement, let it be truly a consensus arrangement, not an imposition in the name of consensus. Both in the congresses and in the primary, consensus agreed, but let it be truly consensus. But once it is imposition in the name of consensus, then I'm afraid it will be surprising us again. Yes, that's what I can say to that.
Okay. This your answer takes us to Delta State, the central, that is the state. APC held a stakeholders meeting, I think about a few days ago. And all boils down to pushing of unity, oneness. Do you think that the old APC and the new APC, the new APC members, are they united?
Yes, if you ask me, going by the face of the stakeholders meeting, I think we are united. There's only one leader. The governor is acknowledged by all as the leader of the party. All the governor needs to do is to carry everybody along, to give all stakeholders a sense of belonging. He has the yam, he has the knife. So the governor has able to drive the unity. So we are united. We are united. And I believe in the capability of the governor to drive the unity. We don't have another face of APC outside the stakeholders meeting which the governor convened and was well attended. So to that extent, I think I can say that we are united.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Our dear governor is 2 years plus in the salary of this state. Can you rate him for us?
Rate the governor? Yes, I can rate the governor.
In terms of development,
I rate the governor is generally acclaimed to be doing well as a governor. Yes. And one major achievement is that he's giving us quality, standard infrastructural projects, especially the roads, the bridges, and I have always personally advocated that government business is not only about political patronage. Projects in In awarding contracts, political patronage should take the backstage. Quality or standard contractors and consultants should be patronized for us to deliver quality projects. And you can see the ovation when our governor, for the first time, engaged Orugbo to be building bridges and roads for us. And you can see what they have delivered. So that is so well for him. And I'm sure in other sectors is going to also be doing such things. For instance, if you see what happens in our secondary schools, primary schools, every year they are built by the second, third year, they are dilapidated, you are asking government to come and build them again. Can you just imagine what satisfaction we will all get if, for instance, you ask Orugbo to build classrooms? As against where you don't call Orugbo is a politician, is a member of the party, he needs to be patronized, and you engage him to go and build the classrooms.
That brings us to this.
And it doesn't last. It doesn't last. ECN road. Advocating is that probably should give it to Orugbo so that we have a standard road.
What's your advice on that?
So that's what we are saying. That's what I will suggest to government. All the major roads should be given to good hands. Orugbo is not the only good hand. There are other good hands. So all the major roads should be given to good hands. Road construction is a capital project. It's not a recurrent thing that you start maintaining one road every year. Do a road that will last 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. Look at the Orisa Plain Road that was made by Orugbo, the military government of Orugbo. It is still there. And people say so. So what government has started is very good, and it should improve on it by extending it to other factors. Yes.
Let's come to your side.
Other sectors rather. Yes.
Thank you very much. 2027 general election is getting closer. And as I said before, Delta has been a PDP state, now APC. What are the chances of the government? Are there other major challenges against the government?
Well, I'm not a prophet as to know what will happen tomorrow, but so far, INEC has not released a timetable of political activities. Parties have not also done so. That means nobody has indicated interest in whether or not they want to contest for all the positions. House of Assembly, House of Reps, Senate, Governor, President. Nobody has indicated interest. So there's no way I will be here to answer whether or not there are other contenders. But what we know is that in most cases, the governor, the city governor, we always want to do a second term. So that's what think we know for now. So if there will be other contenders as we progress, all of us will know. But for now, nobody has indicated interest. Even the governor has not indicated interest. But we will just conclude in our mind that he's going to run for a second term. Yes.
Now, looking at Ugele South, we do federal constituency. Ugele South, they've had it twice now. And Ugele North has been there before. The group has been there never before now, but do you think it should be the turn of Udu now to go in for that?
Well, outside the personal interests, the things that we can play with now is the issues of rotation of political positions and issues of equity, fairness, justice in the distribution of political positions. We can play with such issues. Yes. So to that extent, I can say that in the Udu, Ugele South, Ugele North Federal Constituency, the three U's, the situation is that since 1999, Udu local government have done 4 years. That is one thing. Late Chief Osina Baburo did 4 years. That's all Udu has had since 1999. The Ugele North have done 8 years. That is 2 terms of 4 years, 4 years by Solomon Ahunahu. Right Honorable Solomon Ahunahu. He did 4 years first. There was a break, he did another 4 years. So for Ugele North, he has done 8 years. The Ugele South, the first person from Ugele South was Agbarawodo, Chief Ima Agbarawodo. Did 4 years first. Then Right Honorable Chris Ogenekome did another 4 years. That's 8 years. Then the incumbent now, Reverend Francis Whiteville, did 4 years earlier, making 12 years of Ugele South. And he's doing another 4 years. So by the time he completes this 4 years, Ugele South would have done 16 years. So if for a position that belongs to 3 local governments who are supposed to enjoy it on equal basis, one has done 4 years, another one has done 8, another one 16. It's only fair that the one that has done only 4 years should be considered. And there's no magic, there's no calculation, there's no reason why the one that has enjoyed it for 16 years want to go and have another 4 years to make it 20 years. Nobody. It's only a man that is morally bankrupt and overtaken by greed, and that is not considerate for the interests of others, that will be asking to add another 4 years to 60 years. So the Udu people, they are agitating. The Udu people, they are agitating that Udu should be considered now. That is that is logical. So that is the situation of the federal constituency. And this is akin to the argument about, Buhari did 8 years. Tinubu had to do 8 years, or at least the South had to do 8 years before he go back to the North. All these are issues of fair distribution of political offices. If you see our governor today, our governor is from the Orugbo federal constituency. So when it was the turn of the Orugbo or Delta Central to produce the governor, the sentiments that supported Orugbo was that Orugbo had never produced governor. Even the federal constituency had produced governor. Itio federal constituency had produced governor. But Orugbo federal constituency had never produced governor. So that was the reason. That was the reason for ensuring that the next governor, that's our serving governor now, is from the Orugbo federal constituency. Such issues of fair distribution of political offices is always there, and nobody can argue against it. There are some funny issues of ranking. What some people are asking is that ranking for whose interests? Ranking for whose interests? And when will the ranking stop? So if the question is ranking, that means it's going to be like a life position, because the person will continue ranking until he dies in the office. Or is there a time that we will not be said that, you have ranked enough, don't rank again? And people also raising the issues of performance. Well, we don't want to join issues with anybody over anybody has performed. In any case, you were elected to perform. So if you were elected to perform and you have performed, but it is now the time to try another hand. Who say there cannot be a better hand? Who say somebody else cannot perform more than you? So every argument favors Udu, and Udu people are urging really North, really South support Udu this time.
Any message for Delta, Nigerians, youths, women, you have any message?
Well, generally, my message is democracy remain the best form of government. And we should not encourage civilian dictatorship in the name of democracy. Democracy ensures that power resides in the people, and that gives the people the right to choose their representatives. That is democracy. Democracy is not imposition or dictatorship in the name of consensus. Anything that will deprive the people the right to choose. Well, some of us, we are very dogged about that. We should we should be very careful the democracy that we are practicing, so that this democracy will not fail. If democracy fail, all of us will suffer the consequences. So we should not allow democracy to fail. That's my advice to the people of Delta State.
Thank you very much.